Good day again from the Shaking family. It's been a minute since I've put a video up. In fact, it's a little over 2 years, if my memory serves me correctly. And the main reason for that was that I went through a very dark and bad place after I had to leave the job that I really loved, and I had to go back into traffic control, which I hated with a passion. But as it turns out now, as of the end of June of this year, 2025, I've officially given away the traffic control. I'm no longer doing that, and as we go again, we have noisy birds and trains and all sorts of things while I'm trying to make a video, so please excuse all that. Probably going to have cars coming past as well, which make a noise. But be that as it may, since the end of June I've given away the traffic control. I've officially gone onto the age pension, which is definitely not going to be enough to pay the rent and all the other expenses involved with life as it is these days. I also lost all interest in the weight loss aspect of things. I'm still around 10 to 15 kilograms down on my starting weight of the weight loss journey. So I haven't gained it all back, but I have gained quite a. I think I went down to 30 kilos, probably put back another 15-20 of that, but it's purely because I lost all interest and completely went off the diet. As I said, I was in a very dark place. I didn't care whether I lived or died. With that being said, I had to look for a means of supplementing the pension that I'm going to get from the government, because it definitely won't be enough to survive on. If you followed the channel for quite a while, which I must thank a lot of you for, and for your comments and messages of support and everything while I've been away completely, and I really do appreciate that. You would have noticed that sometimes when we did a cooking segment on the channel, we would have quite often used the Thermomix, which you can see over here in the corner. I'll put a picture of it up there, and just to remind you. And the reason why we have that is in 2017, 2018, I was a consultant for them, and the way they are sold is by demonstrating them in people's homes. At that time, that was the only way we could do it. When I went on to the pension, I thought, well, I need to find something else to supplement, and I thought, well, I'll try and give Thermomix another go. I think it's fortuitous that I did it just at a time when they have released a new model. So the beginning of July 2025, the new TM7 model was released, and demand for that is really superseded anybody's expectations. At the moment, delivery has now been pushed out to October. They just cannot keep up with the demand, getting them into the country and distributing them. When I decided to look into becoming a consultant again, deliveries were out to August, which was late in June, and within half a month now it went out to September, and now we've just been informed that deliveries are expected in October, and I think that's only going to be pushed out further. The people are getting their income taxes back and that sort of thing at the moment. This video is sort of picking up where I left off as a consultant in 2018, and decided to give it another shot. So my request here is that if any of you are ever thinking of finding out more about the Thermomix, how it works, what it does, etc., especially if you are in the Brisbane area, I can come out to your home. We do a demonstration. We ask just for two members from two other households to be there, to be a qualifying demonstration. We show you how it works. There's never any obligation for anybody to purchase anything. Obviously we love it if you do, but there's no high pressure sales or any sort of thing applied to you. We show you what the machine does, how it works, and very often the machine sells itself. Also, because of the multimedia environment the way it is these days, we can now support anybody Australia-wide. So even if you're not in the Brisbane area, we can do a demonstration over Zoom, which shows you how the machine works, what it does and all that. Unfortunately, that way you cannot actually taste the food that comes from it or smell the smells that come from it or anything. So the preferred way is obviously face-to-face, showing you how you can play with the machine. And otherwise, if you are just interested in finding out more about it, a demonstration over Zoom, whereby again we ask you to just invite members from 2 other households. We show you exactly how it works and all of that sort of thing, and from there you can decide whether you want to find out more or purchase one or whatever the case may be. But again, never any high pressure sales, never any obligations. If I come to your place to do a demonstration, bring most of the ingredients with me. I bring the machine with me. The only ingredients I ask the host to supply are perishables and fresh type foods like chicken or something, which I'm not permitted to transport because of health laws and you know how the legislation works. So all I'm asking you is if you can drop in the comments. What I'm thinking about doing is taking the channel now from the Shakin family and rebranding it, renaming it the Mixing family, because we're moving on to something else at the moment. I'm thinking of rebranding it, and please put down in the comments whether you think that's a good idea or if you think I should start a complete new channel. The relationships that we have over the time that the Shakin family was being uploaded to YouTube is something that I'm not really keen to try and just throw that aside. That's why I'm thinking of just rebranding it. If you're not interested at all in Thermomix, then yeah, you're quite free to unsubscribe or whatever the case may be. I'd also like your suggestions on what you would like to see on the channel if we do rebrand it to the Mixing family. Got in mind things like maybe a live every so often, people who own Thermomixes through the channel or are thinking of it, or we could cook together, we could do a live and you could cook along with me, or also keep putting up tips and tricks about the Thermomix and all of that. So it will be a Thermomix related channel. Put down in the comments what you think of the idea of rebranding rather than starting a new channel. Once I get some feedback on that, I can see which direction I should go in. I apologize for this being a longer type video, but to try and get all this information to you is a little bit more difficult. So the new model is this one over here. You can see I'll put a picture of it up there. It's vastly different if you look at the two together. Vastly different design and the way they work and the whole bit. So any curiosity, please just mention it in the comments. I'll get back to you. If you leave contact details for me, I'll contact you and we can arrange either a virtual demonstration over Zoom, or as I've said, if you're within a reasonable distance from me, you know, Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast, Brisbane, Greater Brisbane area, then we can do face-to-face demonstrations showing you what the machine does and how it works and what the stuff that comes out of it tastes like and smells like. So with that, I'm going to just finish this this video, and I do look forward to your feedback, your comments. Thank you for putting up with the absence for over 2 years now. I just was in a very, very dark place mentally. I had no interest in anything anymore, and hopefully I can get myself out of that now that I don't have to go and do that traffic control lark. So with that, I say thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next one, and I hope that you people will at least support me in my endeavours to just supplement my pension to try and survive in this crazy world going forward. Thanks so much, and see you on the next one. Bye.